Shalom. Salama. Mambo. Habari. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to another video. Um, in this video, I wanted to um, get you to understand. I'm messing with my hair. Here we go. As a matter of fact, I decided to wear my fro today. I did a heatless stretch, so I was like, let me wear my fro before I braid it. I have it braided most of the time or twisted most of the time, but today I wanted to wear my hair out so you can see the growth. It's really coming along. Very grateful. Yeah, it's stretching out there. It's reaching up to heaven like it's supposed to. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to do this video because I wanted to discuss with you um, the things that are important to us right now. Um, whether you are in America, whether you are in Africa, things that we should be striving for. Like this bang is like, yeah. One second, y'all. Okay, things that you should be working towards or striving for. This is all of us. The goal should be for all of us at this point. We know that the new world order is being set up. It's, you know, it's underway. Yeah, it's underway. And so, if you know anything about the new world order, if you heard about the beast system in the biblical scriptures, it talks about the mark in the right hand or the forehead or the name of the beast or his number. It's all in the Bible. So it's a system that's governmental, or actually, it's a worldwide system that's going to be set up here on the earth. Prayer won't change it. Yeah, because it's prophecy. It's in the Bible. It's in the book of Revelations. So what is in there is going to come to pass. So the only thing we could do uh, is prepare for it in that we're preparing in such a way that it won't completely overtake us and that it won't control us, basically. We're preparing so we won't be controlled solely by the beast system. Of course, we will be impacted because it's going to be it's the worldwide. But we want to set ourselves up in a way to where we're not as controlled by it. Um, and with that being said, we should all be striving to set ourselves up at this point um, to prepare for this system to be put into place. Some of the things that you can do, whether you're in the West or not, on the continent, in the West, or wherever you are, is to move out of the cities. Move out of the cities. Move into like the rural areas, the suburban areas, the country, whatever you want to call it. Because you need to be off. Basically, you need to be trying to be off grid because the grid is going to definitely be controlled by the beast system. And so, if you want any level of freedom for you and your family, that is the only way that you're going to be able to have freedom. The goal is self sufficiency. So, um, no matter where you are and what situation you're in, you can always strive to get to that point. The first step for those who live in the city is to move out of the city if you can. Move to the country somewhere. Move just out in the rural area somewhere, out of the cities, because the cities are the first places where that system is going to be like pushed the hardest because it's they're completely controlled. The system is the cities are they have the cities on lock already. They have the cities on lockdown. Even in Africa, the major cities, Nairobi, um, Johannesburg, you know, um, Dar es Salaam, the city areas, they're gonna be easily set up because uh, those are the hubs. So your desire should be, or the goal actually should be, to get out of the cities and move somewhere more rural or southern, to the south or to the country, as they say in America. move to the country because you'll have more control. You can, buy land. If you can't buy land, you can lease land, rent land. I don't know if they do that in America, but I know here they do it. But just moving somewhere out of the city is a start, and then you can begin to. Everybody's doing it online, as I'm saying. Grow your own food. That's a big thing. So even if you are in the cities and you don't have a finances to move, start growing your own food. Buy some pots, plant you some food, tomatoes, onions, just the salad type foods to start with, to where you can, if something happens, you'll have food to eat. So, food security is very important. Um, so, plant you some fruit and vegetables, food to eat, not just pretty flowers, but plant you something that you can eat in case things get tough or rough, or, and so they're going to make it to a point where you can't buy and sell without the mark. So you need to be able to have your own stuff. So your own land, your own food, your own water, your own shelter, not having to pay mortgages and all that. So if you have to, you have to. But what I'm saying is, um, being self sufficient as you can to survive these difficult times that are coming upon us. Everybody is not able to leave America, not yet, anyway. But if you are not able to, you can start where you are. Even if you're in an apartment, you can start planting fruit and vegetables. Buy you some, pots, and start, you know, just have you some flower pots and just plant you some fruits and vegetables. Just get you some seeds, or get you the fruit and plant the seeds after you eat it, whatever you want to do, but just start somewhere. And then if you are able to buy land, or if you have land, of course, you should be planting fruits, vegetables. You should be trying to be self sufficient, get you some solar panels. If you're building a house, whether you're in the continent or not, solar panels so you won't have electric bill, borehole water so you won't have to pay a water bill if you're in that position to do it. Over here in Africa, where I am, um, to all my faithful subscribers, to my new subscribers, I want to say, welcome in the room. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Do me a favor, make sure you thumbs up, like the video, comment, and subscribe. And hit on the notification bell to be notified whenever I do a new video or live. But if you don't know, I relocated from America back in July 2020, and I've been here in Dar es Salaam for 4 years this year. So, yeah. So if you back to the discussion, make sure that you're planning for the time that's coming, because it's coming, and prayer won't change it because it's prophecy. That's why I keep saying that. But prayer can draw you closer to the Father for protection of you and your family and your possessions and your direction for your life and all those things in these uh, turbulence times, in these times that are coming, that's going to be, it's a lot of prophecy about things. This It's going to be really bad. You're going to need guidance and direction, and so you're going to need that from the one who created you, the Almighty. So you make sure you get your relationship right with Him, so you can be protected, you and your family, your loved ones, and then you can get guidance about where you need to be, how you need to set things up. Because even wherever you are, if you're connected with the source, who is our uncreated creator, who is our Father, He can show you which direction to go into based on the resources you have, based on where you are, and also He can provide the extra resources that you need to accomplish the things that He's called you to do. So this is a faith walk, and if you've never had to have faith or trust you in the Father, this is going to be the time that you have to do it. You need to start somewhere. So you need to start now before it gets so bad to where it's you so stressed out and you so in fear that your heart is failing you. So it's going to be more difficult for you to trust the Father if you've never practiced doing it before. So go ahead and practice getting your relationship right with the Father during this time before all hell breaks loose, especially in America, unfortunately, because it's under judgment. So, and yes, the whole world is going to be judged. The beast system is going to span across the whole world. But America is under judgment because of past sins and current sins. So, and it's a harsh judgment. It's a judgment none like any other judgments in the Bible at all. If you read through the Bible and you read of all the judgments that has happened throughout the Bible, through all the prophets that were warning Israel and other nations about, and kings about them being, defeated by their enemies, or their country being trodden down and desolate and burned to the ground, burned up, and all this stuff. But America's judgment is total annihilation. It's not even one of those judgments that, for 20 years you'll be subjected to your enemies to lord and rule over you, and then I'll bring you back, like I'll restore you. America's judgment is not like that. It's total destruction. So total annihilation. Like the scripture says, that the Father says that, and in the Bible, if you don't know, it's in the book of Revelations. It's called Mystery Babylon. Some people debate about whether America is Mystery Babylon, but I guess we will see. I believe it is because of um, its history and what it's doing now too. Any country that accepts uh, homosexual, transgender, LGBTQ, any society that accepts that, as well as changing the marriage laws from being between a husband and a wife, a man and a woman, to two men and two women, that nation is usually will be destroyed, like Sodom and Gomorrah, for example. And I know people have heard of that before, but Sodom and Gomorrah, it was a lot of cities there, and all of them were destroyed. So, and they were into this homosexual, like this transgender homosexuality, LGBTQ. It's not nothing new. It was right there in the Bible, and if you don't know the harshness that the Father has towards these types of behaviors, then just read the Bible inside of Gomorrah. A lot of people don't subscribe to the Bible, but a lot of things that have happened, you can trace back to how the Father handled things in the Bible. So if you don't know and understand our Creator, the one who created you, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're African spirituality, whether if you don't subscribe to the Bible, whatever you are, there is one Creator who created all the whole world and us too. We're His creation. Whether you believe it or not, whether you agree or not, that's beside the point. The one who created you for a reason. Like He created us to be fruitful and multiply, and to have communion and fellowship with Him, right? So if we're not being fruitful and multiplying, and we're using what He created us to do, and we're changing it to what we want to do, then that's a red flag. That's you're getting into a situation where you'll be destroyed, because He created you for a certain thing. When you go outside of what He created you for, then you open your life and your family and yourself up to total destruction, which is why America is not going to even have an opportunity to go on be put on punishment and then come back, just like the children of Israel. They went into slavery, but they kept going into slavery over and over and over because they disobeyed the Father. They disobeyed the uncreated Creator. They worship idols, and they did all kind of stuff, sexual immorality and all kind of stuff. So, uh, dealing in voodoo and witchcraft and divination, all that stuff. So they got punished for that. So that's why they kept going into slavery. Whenever the Father punishes someone, and then I'm gonna move on because I don't have my head covered. I like to talk about like the scriptures and all that when I with my head covered. So, but briefly, how He punishes people is He usually uses their enemies. Like He uses the enemy of that person that is being disobedient. He uses the enemy to to punish them. Basically, he uses the enemies as like a whipping stick or whipping to punish that person. So if that person is wicked or rebellious or in sin, he'll use their enemy to deal with them. Yes, he can totally and finally just kill you, but normally in the Bible, if you look at the history of how he operates, he usually uses your enemies to destroy you. Or like he did with the children of Israel, he used their enemies to enslave them and take them into captivity. The same ones they wanted to follow, they wanted to worship their idols, they wanted to be like them. So he used those same people to oppress them and to enslave them. So that's the same thing with America. He's going to use her enemies to punish her. And not only that, he's going to totally destroy her. Like she's going to be burned to the ground and dropped into the sea. That's the ending result for America. I mean, you may can't see it, you may not want to believe it, but it's all foretold. So anyway, moving on. But so you as an individual in these countries, in this world, because we're going to all be impacted by the beast system, we need to set ourselves up to where we are in any position as much as we can of our own controlling our own lives. So, and with the Father's help, He can lead you to, if you believe, He can lead you, hopefully you do, lead you to where you need to be. Um, um, in this hour, in this hour, because these are the last days, and it's about to get, it's bad now, it's about to get really bad. It's going to be a lot more murder, it's going to be civil war, it's going to be racial wars, it's going to be probably tribal wars. It's like it's everything is going to happen. Natural disasters, diseases, plagues, everything at one time. So it's not going to be one thing. You deal with this, and you are able to tolerate it and move forward. And then it's not going to work like that. It's going to be everything at one time. So you got to have a strong heart. You got to have faith. You're going to have patience, because your patience is, these times is going to show your, it's going to try you. These are trying times where you'll be tried. Your patience will be tried. And yeah, you have to have patience. Even with us living here in Africa, everything is different. So we have to have patience in the pace of how things are being done versus what we're used to, instant gratification. It's not going to be instant here. It takes time, and that's, even over there, it's getting to a point where everything is not going to be instant because things are changing. So you have to have patience, and the way you can have that, it's almost like a supernatural patience. It's patience is like a fruit of the spirit, but there's a patience that a person can have that is almost supernatural, to where all hell is breaking loose all around them, and they're just as calm. They're like, because they know that all this stuff is going to happen and it's out of their control. But what they can do is they can control what's in their uh, sphere to control. You can control some things, even though all hell is breaking loose all around you. You can control what's in your sphere of influence. You can control what's in your sphere of influence. So, your life, where you live, your children, your family, your just how you where you move and all that. You can control those things. So focus on what you can control. Don't focus on things that you cannot control, like the presidential election. That's something that you cannot control. It does not matter if the Dems or the reps, it doesn't matter who wins. It's the same coin. It's a two-faced coin. They're the same people. They play both sides. They play you. Um, and they're not even in control because they're being controlled. It's a system that controls America, and it's not the Dems and the reps. It's people over them telling them what to do. So those type of systems are on lock. You can't change those. So nothing is going to happen for African Americans. It doesn't matter which president gets in there. Nothing good is going to happen for us. You can look at historically history that Nothing really good is going to happen for us. We may get a little tricky here and there, but for the most part, we're not going to get what we desire in America. We're just not going to. It's not enough fighting that you can do when they control everything. They control, you say, I have guns and this and that, but when you buy the guns and the bullets, or when you buy the bullet, they control all that stuff. So your bullets only gonna last so long. So um, you have to have a plan of protecting your family, and not only with guns. There's a spiritual protection that you can have over you and your family, where you don't even have to have a weapon, but you'll be protected as if you did have a weapon, because you actually have spiritual weapons. You have angels that encamp around about you, and they watch over you and your family, so you won't be harmed or hurt. The whole Your whole area could be hurricane could come and carry everybody's stuff away except for your house. You come outside, everything gone, but your house is still standing. So things like that. That's the type of protection that you're going to need in these last days. Guns are not going to be enough because everybody in America got guns. Everybody. So it's going to be just a shootout, and people going to just be getting killed. But yeah, just make sure that you have your mind focused on your life and what you need to do for you and your family, not so much on this political stuff. It's just distracting you. All this news, um, all these entertainers, and all that stuff is like a distraction to get your mind off of the focus of, especially as our brothers and our men, our fathers and our uncles, the head of our households. They need to be so focused on protecting the family, protecting the children, and where to go, whether we stay, where do we move, if we leave the country, what do we do? So that head, that man, that father over the family needs to really be connected with the father, so he can lead him, to show him which way to go. And if you are a single person, you have your connection and relationship with the Father. He will lead you as well. So yeah, I just felt like I wanted to talk about that today. I wasn't thinking that at first, but now I kind of flow on my videos. I flow with whatever I feel like is in my spirit, or pressing, or what's needed to encourage, or to um, provide advice or guidance, which is what I do. um, I do consultations. I do travel and business consultations. So if you want to visit, visit, repatriate, or do business in Tanzania, hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. Diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. What qualifies me is the fact that I've been here for 4 years. And I created a business in 2021. And I'm in the process of working on a land and building project, which I'm a lot more private about. Unfortunately, I have to be that way because can't share everything online, y'all. Just being real, we can't, and we have to move in silence about some things. So, with plans that I have with my land and building project, um, I've learned that I must move in silence. I share little tidbits here and there, but I share more details with people who are closer to me, that I trust. So, but yeah, so that's what qualifies me to do consultations. I share my experience, my ups, downs, my hiccups, my yeah. I've had a good amount of hiccups, or I've had ups and downs since I've been here. Is I love Tanzania. It's not perfect. Nowhere is perfect, but it's perfect for me. I'll put it that way. It's perfect for me. The things that I've experienced since I've been here, the overcharging and all the things that other people complain about, I have experienced the same. But I think it's the way you look at it and the way you move forward. So, I look at it like even in the West, when I make a decision and the outcome happens that's not favorable, or I get scammed, or I get lied to, or whatever, I learn from that situation, and then I have in my mind, oh, this won't happen again. I have that in my mind. So even here, when things happen to me from overcharging or finding out people have lied to me or whatever the case might be, being robbed or burglared. I've been burglared before. So when I experience those things, as I move forward being here, I remember those things and I remember what to do and what not to do next time or in the future as I'm moving. So, you know, an example could be I got burglar because I left my patio door unlocked. So now wherever I live, I make sure all my doors are locked, all my windows are locked, you know, um, and I'm in a different place, but it's just those extra things that you didn't think of before. You start thinking based on the bad experience that you had. And the same thing with overcharging. Um, there are ways to get around overcharging. Yes, it happens, but there are ways to get over it. And it's not only learning the language, because a lot of people say just learn the language. That doesn't matter because even if you speak Swahili, like me, when I speak Swahili, a lot of times they don't know if I cover my, now if they see my hair, they know. But if I cover my head and I go out to buy fruit and vegetables or whatever, a lot of times they don't really know because they don't, it doesn't, nothing in their mind alerts them that I'm a foreigner unless they know me. So if I go get fruit, I speak in Swahili for whatever I want. I know all the fruit and vegetables that I like to buy: parachichi, nanya, kitungu. That's kitungu is onion. Parachichi is avocado. So you learn the food that you like, especially if you walk around and you buy it, and then you just learn how to say it in Swahili, and then you greet them, mambo, salama. You greet them. Habari. I don't normally say habari in local areas, but you know yes, Habari is a little bit more formal in my opinion. Like when you go out to like the restaurants and stuff like that, they say Habari. They'll say Habari to you. You'll say Karibu Habari, welcome, hello. But out here where I walk around, I don't usually say Habari. You say Mambo or Salama, and then uh, the next thing, like if I go to the fruit stand, I'll say Mambo, and they'll say Poa, and then they watching me to see what I want, and I'll say I won't even say anything. I'll just look and I say, Nanya, or Padachichi, or Imbili to Padachichi, so I say it in Swahili. So they don't always know. And then I get a local price. The ones that know me, they slick. They slick. The ones that know me, they'll up my price. Yeah, I've noticed that because when I first started going there, they didn't know. But then after a point, they realize they'll see me without my hair covered, and they'll see me and they'll just watch me like, okay, she's not from here. And then the price goes up a little bit. So, but it is something that happens, but you can always walk away and go somewhere else because for where I live, there are other fruit stands that if I don't want to go to one, I go to another. But for convenience sake, I always go to the same ones. So they overcharge, but not extremely. So, but yeah, it's ways around everything that you experience living here in Africa and even in the West. When you live in the West and uh, you do business or you go to certain restaurants or you deal with certain people and you see the red flags or you experience like somebody lying to you or somebody not being genuine with you or somebody giving you bad service when you experience or even being robbed or something like that um, you learn from all those experiences how to move next time. So if you if you get mistreated at a restaurant in the West, or if somebody's being rude to you or whatever, and you complain to the manager or whatever, and they act like they don't care, you're gonna not go back, and you're gonna tell everybody, don't go back to that place. That is a result of how you were mistreated. Same thing with if you were doing business with a company and they wasn't honest with you, and they didn't do what they said they were gonna do, or um, their service wasn't up to par, right? What you're going to do, you're going to learn from that, and that you're going to tell other people, don't do business with this company. And then going forward, you're not going to do business with that company. Same thing with the banks you use, same thing with everything. That's how you have to operate here in Africa. When you have these experiences, even in these experiences, you still have to watch. So if you meet someone, right, and they say they're an attorney, because not a lot of people kind of lie and say they're attorneys throughout Africa, but they do that here. Sometimes they say they're attorneys, and they tell some of our people they're attorneys. They're looking for an attorney to do business, to do all other stuff, get their permits or whatever, right? And they're being told, "Yeah, I'm an attorney." Don't take that person's word for it only. You listen, you can meet with them and listen to them. Don't pay them any money. Ask questions, watch them, observe them, because if you really watch and listen instead of being kind of like in a rush, because a lot of us, we come here, we're in a rush to do stuff. We want to, I'm here, boots on the ground. I want to set a business up. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then you go with someone, even if someone refers them to you, they can switch on you. They can change. Like they could be good with me, but then when I refer them to somebody else, they cannot be good. So, and that has happened. That's why a lot of times I would refer certain, like I don't refer Delalis. Those are like real estate agents. Those are people who help you find houses. I don't do that anymore because some of the ones that has helped me or that I worked with in the past that seemed solid, when they help other people, they was being slick. So it's certain things that you just have to watch when you come, even if somebody refers somebody to you. Watch those people. Pay attention. Use discernment. Don't be so quick to give your money away and believe that they can do what they are saying they can do. Um, there are a lot of people that say they're attorneys, but where's your office? Do you have an office? My attorney has an office. I actually went to his office. He had a receptionist, just like in the West. He had a waiting area, just like in the West. He had there was offices with all kinds of attorneys. So it was a real legitimate office. It wasn't somebody's house. So those are the type of things that, one second, let me turn this fan on. Okay. Those are the type of things that you have to watch when you come to Africa so you won't be taken advantage of. Everything that you do here, of course, you've heard this. And if you haven't heard it, I'm telling you, don't send money ahead of yourself. Don't do that. Don't trust and send money to nobody. You must come here and meet the person and go look at whatever business you want to do, business you want to buy land. You need to come here, boots on the ground. Don't send your money to anybody. Me, uh to do, besides consultations, don't send your money to me thinking, well, I'm not going to accept it anyway. That just because I'm a diaspora and I'm from the West and I've been here, you can send your money to me. Go buy me some land. Go create me a business. Like, no, don't do stuff like that. It don't work like that because business is very difficult. It's difficult to do business in Africa because it's so different. And this is grassroots right here. You got to work your way up from ground zero up with your business. So you got to know how to do business. And so that's another thing I'm learning, even being here doing business. I'm learning how they do business, you know, what they do it, how they move, how they pay the taxes, how this, like I'm learning that even now. My business been in existence for like 3 years. It created in 21, so 3 years. But I've been here for 4 years and it's a consultation business, but and I do other things too. But I'm learning how they operate and how they do things. So as my business grows and I start adding services to my company, I'll be able to see how they do it because we have to do it how they do it. We can't do business how we're used to doing in the West. We can't come here to a foreign country and think that the way that we do business in the West is it's gonna work here. It's not gonna always work here. Just because you're a businessman in America don't mean that you're going to be a successful businessman or woman here in Africa. And like for me, I created a business here in Africa. I didn't have a business in America. I wanted to create a business, but I couldn't think of an idea of what the type of business that I wanted to create. But now since I came here, it just flowed right into a consultation business because I provide advice and guidance for those who are interested in coming. So that's what I created here. And so I'm learning, that's why I wanted to start small. So I didn't want to start out with like selling items like clothes, shoes. Like I could have connected with a local. I know a lot of locals who have shops, and I could have partnered with them, start selling their products. Selling, marketing their products or having, I could have done a lot of things, having clothes made. I could do all that, but I have to think critically about the work and effort it's going to take, the money, the overhead. Like, you got to think about all of that. And also, you don't want to just partner only here. You need to create a business here because, like my attorney told me when I created my business, he said the only way for foreigners to secure their investment here in Tanzania is through creating a business. That's the only way. So it's under your business, um, it protects you. Your business entity protects your assets. So when you come here, it's not an individual thing like you are a foreigner. Yeah, they don't um, respect that aspect and that aspect. They respect business entities. So you have to, as an individual, create a business, whether you do it a foreign company or you do a business with a local. Me, I'm encouraging those to partner with locals because it's more efficient. Well, it's more economical. So it's cheaper to create a business with a local than a foreign company. So I'm encouraging our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who wants to come here to partner with a local and create a business like I did. And then, they will do, because they'll have one more share than you. So you have 49%, they have 51. So they uh well that two more shares more than you. They have 51%, you have 49%. So um so they have two shares. And so yeah, but because they do, it's considered a local business, a local company. So it's not a U.S. company; it's a local company. It's a local, so it's an international. My business is an international business because I was born and raised in America. I'm a U.S. citizen, but I have a business over in Tanzania, so I have an international company. Yeah, so and I have partners. So that's kind of how it's best. And then under your business, that's when you do the things you need to do. Um, Buying your car, bajaji, motorcycle, land, whatever, products, everything is under your company, your business. So, and it secures your assets. They'll be under your business. So you have to do it in that order. Don't do it like buy land and then create a business. Yeah, you're going backwards. You need to create a business, get that set up first, and then buy land under the business. So that's very important if you don't want someone to take your stuff, if you don't want to lose your stuff. And then make sure that you keep your business up, make sure that you pay your taxes. There are taxes they give you, tax bills, so you pay it. They let you pay in different ways. Just make sure you keep that up. Yeah, and so that's kind of how things go. And yeah, I flowed in this video. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I am committed to do a video once a week, and yeah. But I wanted to come to you and show you my heatless stretch. I don't use heat on my hair. I don't use blow dryers or nothing like that. So what I do is wash and just braid it or twist it and then let it dry and then let it out and then I comb it out and then stretch, put like elastic bands on it and stretch it out and then take it out. So yeah. So and I usually moisturize it, like, I'll leave it out and then at night lately I've been just trying to make sure I twist it instead of leaving it out because it gets real tangly if I sleep without like twisting it or something. So I've been starting to twist it at night before I go to sleep. You don't have to have a lot of twists in it. You can do two going back. You can do like two flat twists, or you can do two in the front, two in the back, or whatever, But just go ahead and twist it up because it'll hair get all tangly and stuff, and then you don't want it to be like breaking and all that. And make sure you wear a scarf on your head, ladies. Make sure you wrap it up. And I'm lazy like that. Like I used to like to go to sleep. When my hair was shorter, I just go to sleep. No satin pillowcase. Just go to sleep on my hair. But now that I'm trying to let it grow, I start to make sure I wear my scarf. Make sure I put on a bonnet, before I sleep. keep your hair from getting dry. It absorbs like the pillow, cotton, pillowcase and stuff absorbs the oil out of your hair, makes your hair dry. So all the work you put into moisturizing your hair, it sucks out with the laying on the pillow and stuff. So make sure you put on your silk satin scarf, bonnet at night in your sleep. But anyway, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I decided to do this today because I wanted to show you my hair growth, y'all. It's coming along. I'm very happy and excited. And it's getting up there, y'all. I'm just, I'm very, very, very excited. So yeah, look, it's growing. Side, this side, it's just really, it's really growing here. And then the back, this side, yeah. Yep. So just want to share it with you guys and give you some pointers and tips. So make sure that you keep your focus on the important things, not the election, not the, you know, that's that's already set. The election, all that stuff, that's already set. Your vote is not going to change what they're trying to do. Not that it's not important to like people say, our ancestors fought and died for giving us the right to vote. I do get that. But at the same time, your vote is not going to change. I will say it like that. Your vote is not going to change the decision that they make, the decision that the powers that be that run America make. Your vote is not going to change that. So don't get your heart all wrapped around that. Oh, if we get this candidate and things will change. Oh, if we get this candidate, things will be better. It's not going to be better no matter who gets in there because they're just puppets anyway. Somebody else is governing and controlling America. And it's not these puppets that you see. So you gotta come to terms with that and accept the realization. So start focusing on you and your family, getting you off grid, plant you some fruit and vegetables. If you got land, get you a borehole of your own, get you some solar panels so you don't need electricity or water and all that. That is what my desire is. I'm really praying that the Father will continue to bless me to be able to do these things on, of course, a small scale starting, and we'll see how things go. This is how He leads and how He provides. But that's those are things that I want to work on as well. Solar panels, borehole my own water, planting fruit and vegetables. That's what I've always wanted to do since I've been here. So I had to set a business up. Like the only way you can get these things here in Tanzania, you have to have a business. You can't do it any other way as a foreigner. So, especially if you want to secure your but just make sure that the business that you select is not a high overhead cost. Try to start off with low overhead costs and then work your way up. Um, the, yeah, I don't want to give too much because I do a lot of these advice in business consultations when I meet with people and I give them a lot more details about ideas of how they could do things here. So I don't share it all online. I've got videos where I talk about different things about business and stuff, but I don't share all the deep details because some stuff, of course, you can't share online. You have to know that. You can't share everything online. But you got everybody watching you, your frenemies, your enemies, your fake friends, your despisers, your jealousies, and people jealous. Yeah, you cannot share everything online. And so when you do pay for a consultation, you get some tea. You get some deep tea, some information about deep things that I know. I have a lot in this brain. I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot, even with the diaspora that's here. I know most of these people that are here, especially the big name ones. I know most of them, and I have had contact with a lot of them, and I don't deal with them for a reason. It's a reason why I walk alone. I don't group with any groups or group with any big YouTubers, you know. So I do solo stuff because I met with a lot of them, and I see how they roll, and I'm not down with how they do things. So I do things on my own, but I have a lot of information. I have a wealth of information that I can share with you on how you can get things done. For me, things been kind of slow because I didn't have the finances to be able to do what I wanted to do, which it kind of helped me because it gave me time to really sit here and watch and learn before I just jumped out there and just start wasting money and getting um, scammed or whatever. So I waited to see how things were going. And now I'm in a position to where I have an understanding of how I need to do this land and building project, how I need to go, how I need to keep it silent, how I need to move. There are a lot of people here in Tanzania, elders that have land and have businesses, but they're not online and they don't share information. So a lot of people don't know. The big, massive YouTubers with all these subscribers and all these, they're not the only ones doing things. There are people, there are elder people, uh, um, you know, 40s and up doing big things here, but they're not, it's not televised. It's not televised because they're not online. A lot of them don't, they move in silence. And that's, you have to do that in a lot of places. You have to do things like that because you don't want, even if you have things set up, you don't want to share too much and then people come looking for you, all asking you all these questions. Yeah, people, yeah. So you have to, a lot of people are more private with what they're doing. So, but it can be done. So hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, and I can do a travel or business consultation for you. I do accept donations. I put my Cash App. I'll put my Cash App in the description box. I put my PayPal. I'm not monetized, and YouTube keeps denying me to get monetized. They're saying that my content is harmful. So my content is harmful, so they won't monetize me. So I haven't been monetized all this time. So hey, might as well keep it moving. I'm not deterred by the fact that they won't monetize me, and it won't stop the plan and the purpose of the Most High in my life and what I'm doing here. So, because He been my provider from day one. So YouTube, they don't want to monetize me. It's all good. I still do my videos for my people who want to know and who need to know, and I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to speak my truth and the truth that I know, and I'm not going to be um, censored and threatened because my content is harmful. How is my content harmful? I don't even curse in my videos. I don't encourage nobody to commit violence in my videos, but yet they're saying my videos, YouTube is saying my videos are harmful. Yeah, the information, the truth is very harmful. Yeah, the truth hurts. Yeah, the biblical scriptures, it cuts the from between bone and marrow when you speak them scriptures and you speak the truth. Not that I'm a Bible teacher. No, I'm not teaching the Bible, but I mention certain scriptures and I follow the things that are the lifestyle of how in the Bible, and I speak the truth. My truth is based on biblical scriptures. So yeah, the truth is very harmful. I do agree because it's waking people up and it's making people come back to the one who created them. So yeah, the enemy would think that that's harmful. Yeah. So as I was saying, I proceed on. If you want to bless me, I have Cash App, I have PayPal, I have a land and building project, I have a GoFundMe account. If you want to help and bless me towards my land and building project, please do. And I'm gonna let you guys know I'm doing this solo. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm doing this solo. I don't have no help doing this besides the uncreated creator. I don't have no help doing what I'm doing, being here. I don't have no help. It's just me and the Most High providing guidance and blessing me. People bless me. This, yeah, I'm doing this solo. I don't have no help. So just read through that, what I just said. I'm not going to put any more details about what I just said. But yeah, so if you want to bless me, I have a GoFundMe for my land and building project. put Cash App, PayPal. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll do another video in the next couple of days, next week sometime. So unless something else comes up and I want to share with you. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, thumbs up. Hit on the notification bell to be notified whenever I do new video. Thank you for tuning in. I'll do another one soon. Um, Salama, shalom, peace, family. I'll see you guys in the next video.